Hello everybody, I'm Carlene Kinzie and welcome to Jewelry and Metalsmithing. This is me and also me incognito with my COVID gear. A little bit about myself. I'm a 31-year district resident. Our three sons have come through LT, class of 08, 11, and 2016. I happily joined the LT art department in 05. I've taught jewelry and metalsmithing at both campuses, ceramics at both, animation at both, digital photography at South, and drawing and painting at South. This is to get an idea of what my studios usually look like. On the left with students busily working, making their metalsmithing pieces. Currently right now, it's just me in the studio with the picture on the right. Students have been provided a metalsmithing kit to use at home. I have asked them to set up the remote workstation at home, and I suggest that they make it a permanent spot so they don't need to take it down and set it up daily. LT has made a considerable investment in our students to provide every tool and opportunity during this remote learning to make it as authentic as being in a classroom. The tools that are provided are professional grade quality. I've instructed my students to take care of them, use them with safety, and also remember that they have to return these tools at the end of remote learning. Remote learning is very different than being in the classroom, and students have to take responsibility of their learning and their safety with reminders from me. Every time that they work, they have to have closed-toed shoes on, absolutely no bare feet or flip-flops for safety reasons, and then they must have their goggles on. And then this information to the bottom left appeared in an email that went out to all family members and students about activity-based remote learning that I think is important to know. My classroom instruction is the same as what I will be doing in remote learning. I will be breaking down instruction with step by step, starting with designing and using basic metalsmithing techniques and understanding tools and safety, and then completing projects. I will show live demonstrations using my document camera, my camera through my computer screen, and I will also be recording some of them and placing them in on Canvas for review. And if a student misses a class, they can go back in and find out what we have done that day. Canvas is an instructional tool that delivers information by way of a menu on our computer system. All of the LTR teachers are using this. Students can go back in and find out what our daily goals were. It starts out with a category of the date, what we did in class, and our homework. These are in the Pages tab. I do list the assignments, and I also list homework and how to get back into demos. Infinite Campus is our grading record keeping system. Grades are two types, formative and summative. And then we also record keep for attendance, and of course, attendance is not graded. There are three grading categories. Design, which could either be marked as formative or summative. Their participation, which is either turned in or missing. And then their major projects are summative. Summative grades are going to be grades that are accumulated and then at the end of the semester arrive at that student's grade for the entire semester. Homework and practice is formative. It is not graded. It will be marked in as a participation, which would be a turned in or a missing. And then students are very excited about this, that there are no written final exams during remote instruction, but students have been told that they should expect a summative project at the end of the semester that demonstrates their learning. I also think it's important for students and possibly parents to have the notifications that come up if they put the Canvas app on their telephone or their devices. Communication is key during remote learning. I will be sending out messages through Infinite Campus Messenger. Those messages might be going to all parents and students, or just parents or just students. Also, I can be sending out Canvas messages to students, and then of course, good old LTHS email. This is my email address. I have asked students to email me using this address when I'm unable to answer them, like, right on the spot in real time during class. Zoom is the way we conduct classes. Students need to be on time. This is like arriving on time to class. They have to log in using their d204.lths.net account. They need to use their full names, and this is a way that I can identify them as one of my students, and I will allow them into my classroom. I've requested my students to use their microphone off or muted, but their cameras on. I have found that students are pointing them up to the ceiling of the rooms that they're sitting in, or obscuring their faces, or only showing their foreheads. This becomes difficult for me to communicate them because I can only give feedback on what I see and what I hear in my virtual classroom. I have a difficult time minding the chat feature in Zoom because so many times during my type of classroom, where it's a studio art class, I have tools in my hand. Maybe my hands are dirty. I'm minding two different screens, a keyboard, and I'm talking to students through a screen. So I have asked my students to send me emails, and then I can always check my email at the end of class, and then I can return information to them or talk to them through an email. I have asked students to reach out to the help desk at lths.net if they have any issues with a laptop or a hotspot for their Wi-Fi or any general technology assistance. I know that they have laptops to hand out to students that have active working cameras. Thank you very much for joining me today in this virtual open house, and reach out to me if you have any questions. Take care.